After discussing the important features of the Indus Valley Civilization, today we will be discussing about uh, the causes of the decline of the civilization. The civilization flourished for a long period, and finally, between 1900 to 1300 BC, it started declining. Historians and scholars have given several reasons for the decline of this magnificent civilization. Probably climatic change, deforestation, excessive floods, shifting or drying up of rivers, overuse of landscape, and also invasion by the Aryans are said to be the reason for the decline of this civilization. One very important reason that is cited, that is regular occurrence of natural calamities in that region during the later part of the existence of the civilization. It is said that this region started getting affected by floods regularly, and also some other natural calamities like earthquakes ravaged the whole region, and that was one of the big reason for people shifting away from that region, which it caused a lot of deaths also, and that proved to be one of the reason for uh, the end of this civilization. Besides shifting of the course of the river Indus is another reason that is cited by the historians. Evidences have come to us which tells us that the course of the river Indus started changing, and as a result agriculture got affected. The cities which existed on the banks of river Indus and its tributaries got affected because the availability of water got decreased. So that also is cited as a reason for the end of this civilization. Climatic change is another very important reason that is cited, and that appears to be correct also, because this region slowly started getting affected by aridity and drying up of rivers. That means that rainfall started getting decreased. That led to the drying up of rivers. So availability of water started becoming less. This region is situated in a region which was already having less rainfall. It was in the western part of our country, where the rainfall normally used to be less. But slowly, with the passage of time, with the change of the climate, rainfall, it is said, that started decreasing, and that started happening because of uh, greater areas brought under agriculture, which led to the cutting of the forest, and that brought about environmental change. Besides, over cultivation of the region also proved to be one of the reason of lowering down of the water table and decrease in the availability of water. So these reasons are cited as uh, a reason which led to shifting of the people from these uh, cities or sites that we see today, and ultimately that started declining. But one very important reason that is cited by different historians, and the most prominent among them was Wheeler, who suggested that this civilization actually came to an end because of invasion by the barbarians. And it is said that the Aryans started coming to this region during that period, when they started migrating from Central Asia towards India. So they're coming to this region, who were basically pastoralist and the way of living was completely different from what the Indus Valley Civilization people had. So that led to a conflict between the people of the Indus Valley Civilization and the Aryans, which ultimately led to the end of the civilization. In the Rig Veda also there is mention of a Vedic god Indra or Purandar, which means breaker of the fort or destroyer of fort. And Wheeler believes that it was the Harappan cities that are mentioned in the Rig Veda. There is also mention in the Rig Veda about a place called Harupia on the bank of river Ravi in the Rig Veda, where the Aryans fought a battle. Scholars believe that this place was Harappa, which was ruined by the Aryans. So conflict with the barbarians or with the Aryans who started migrating in this region and settling over here during this period, that also appears to be one reason of end of this civilization. Besides ecological imbalance that started developing because of, as I told you, because of development of agriculture and cutting of the trees, cutting of the forest and converting the forest area into agricultural lands, over exploitation of water resources, these resulted in ecological balance and gave birth to recurring problems of flood, drought, and famine. These circumstances ultimately forced the people to move out of this region, and this ancient civilization ultimately declined.